Welcome to my shop. I started to say shop, but actually I'm in a travel trailer. Got grandkids in the shop there banging with hammers and stuff, so I thought I'd come out here and start this video off. This is a great big old salad bowl, natural aged bowl. It's cherry, and I'm going to show you how I made this thing. A friend of mine recently gave me some big chunks of cherry. There's another one there, and I believe there's one there mixed in with my walnut. Unfortunately, he didn't quite cut them long enough and didn't have any way to treat the ends, so they're checked pretty bad. Now this one over here looks like it might be long enough so I can whittle off the ends and get something. This one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to make a bowl that's 18 inches across, and you see right here it's really cracked along in here. So I'm going to take the chainsaw and come right about here and cut it off, and then see what I get out of it. It's got pretty bark. This is cherry, and the bark it seems really solid. So I may try to make a natural edge bowl out of it. I'm not sure yet. My plans, change on the fly, just like most wood turners do. I have to cut it up and take a look at it and see what I got. And when I start off, if the bark starts flying off, well, then it's not a live edge bowl no more. So that's the way it goes. So let me go gather up the chainsaw, and we'll see if we can't do a little cutting here. See you in a little while. Well, I got it cut in half, and I'm pleasantly surprised. It's looks like these checks on the end right here don't go in very far at all, and that's a real pretty piece of wood. I didn't think y'all wanted to hear a loud old chainsaw, so I didn't bother videoing that. So I'm going to take this other one, I'm going to put it back there in a pile, and I'm going to go ahead and put some anchor seal on the ends of it, and then I'll get to it later. But I'm going to take this one into the shop and mark it up for a bowl. Make it round. Alright, I've got it all ready to go here. And the way I do this is I take a little old level, and we're talking about getting close, and I check my table, and it's fairly level, and then I set this in and I come over here and I do it like that, and I'm on the money. I've got this big monster piece of wood on here now, and you can see it's out of balance pretty bad. But it's always going to be out of balance because this is right here is a lot thicker than this here. So to tell you the truth, it's not near as bad as I thought it'd be. Here we are. I'm at 378 RPM, and it's starting to shake right there. Almost 400. I could live right there with 402. I could live with that. Alright, I'm all decked out with my, put on the leather sleeve and a heavier glove because it's going to throw some heavy bark whenever I start whirling it. So let's give it a whirl. bit more, this might be a good opportunity to go ahead and make my tenon. I think I'll go ahead and use these big jaws. Go ahead and mark it out right now. I can find my marking thing. Right about there. Get something good here. If I'm careful. Trying to walk on me. There we go. Oh, I almost screwed up. Let that touch. Ain't supposed to do that. That is a major no-no. Here it is. Right. That's the basic outline of my tenon. I'll do the dovetail and get rid of this center part in a little while. I'm going to start working on this corner right here now. Well, I got a new tool rest. I've yet to try it. I bought the top somewhere. I didn't have any way to bend a piece like that. I didn't have any oxygen for my settling torch, so I just bought that. It was overpriced. There it is. So I'm going to take this scraper. And I'm going to turn it into a skew. I'm going to come in here at a side angle like this to do a shear cut, smooth it up, and over here, you can't see it. When I get around here, I'll move the camera where you can't see it. But I filled that big old knot, and I'll come in here in a minute. As soon as I get done with this, I'll move the camera around where you can see that. So let's go ahead and get that cleaned up. And then we'll put the camera where you can see this end. Maybe you can see that a little better. I'll try to keep my hands out of the way best I can. I want to come back here with a little bit more stuff in there. Works better if you tighten it. A little harder to hopefully air. All right. Let me fix this and then we'll come back and clean it up, and then we might just be ready for some sanding. Okay. This ought to be good and dry by now. I can't come in here like this doing this because I'm turning a whole lot of air. As you can see, I had some places right in here. I'll put a few shavings in there to make that show up a little bit. I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit more right in here, and then we'll work on the tenon. I got the tenon pretty cleaned up now. I'm going to make the dovetail, and for that I'm going to use a 1/4-inch mold gouge. I think it's sharp. I guess we'll find out. Okay, for some of y'all that may not have caught that, I need to do a little bit more. You come in here, follow your bevel into here, turn it very slightly counterclockwise to cut it a little deeper, and then bring it out at an angle like so. I see it's still got a little bit of flat right there, so I'm going to straighten that up. Right there and bring the camera over and see if I can get a real close shot. There you go. Okay, here's what I want you to see. It's right here. Right here. See right there? See how flat that dovetail's fitting? That, my friends, is a perfect dovetail. Now the next thing you want to make sure that you got, if I can see, you want to get the right, always go to wrong, okay, that's the right way. You want to come in here, and what you really want is about between 1/4 and 1/8 of an inch, right there. Okay, see here? And what that does is that makes it form a perfect circle right around there like that. that is a very good, nice dovetail. I say so myself. I'm going to show you a little bit of sanding. Alright, for you guys that don't know or hadn't watched me before, of course this is just a container, but that milky looking stuff, that's a sanding sealer by Minwax. It's a cellulose-based sealer. It's water soluble. It's all I ever use. It's the same thing they professionals use for sealing wood floors. It sands easy, and it comes out real smooth. Now we're gonna get that cherry look now. Really soaks in good too, as you can see. Now I'll probably do 2 coats, maybe 3 of this, and this is all I will do on the bottom of the bowl until I finish the inside. Like I've explained before, I don't waste a lot of time finishing the outside till the inside is done, because more than once I have had something happen, you know, a blowout or a big crack or something, which rendered the bowl useless. So I had spent a lot of time finishing the outside, and all for naught. Not even counting the materials. I mean, everybody knows this stuff that like I'm putting on right here. I think this is like 16, 18 bucks for a quart of this stuff. It all adds up, and you got all your oils if you're using. Alright. After I put a coat of that on, make sure that I don't have any dry spots. I'll go and take a paper towel and wipe it down. Well, I've been gone a couple days, and I just left this bowl blank on the lathe. I probably should have bagged it, but I didn't. And you know, it did crack a little bit, a couple little cracks, but you know, I fixed them and they're good to go. While I was doing all that, you remember, all this bark was missing right here. Well, I got down on my hands and knees and I wasn't praying, and found a bunch of bark on the floor and glued it in with thick CA and sealed it and built me a new set of bark there. And you know, I just defy anybody to tell that was basically man-made. But I think it's probably going to be okay. So now I'm going to put the chuck on and turn it around, and I'm going to drill my depth hole, and we'll see if it'll hollow out. Oh, I've done all I'm going to do to the outside now. It's all sanded and sealed, and you know, I'll wait till I'm done with the inside, and then I'll probably reseal it and re-sand it all, and then put whatever finish I decide, which I have absolutely no idea what I want to use. But when I get there, I'll do it, whatever it is. So let me go ahead and get this turned around. Okay, I'm going to drill a depth hole now. Okay. Go ahead and put this back in. Now for a little while anyway. Alright, this is going to be the make it or break it here. Okay. I guess it's beaver time. They'll think I'm not being cautious. You're wrong. I've had these things come off before, and it ain't no fun. So you should never, on a big ball like this, especially when it's heavy, don't cut in front of it. Always be over there. Always be over here somewhere. Build that bark up. Remember this big knot right here? That rotten spot goes all the way into here, but it looks like I'm going to be able to cut it all out. Well, if I'm successful, it's going to be one pretty bull. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break because the thing's about to beat me to death, and I'm going to go ahead and fix that right there. Might come down a little bit more, a little thinner here, but I really don't want to get these walls too thin at this point. They're right in here, they sort of beat me to death because, see, I can't turn it fast enough to really cut like I should when you're cutting a lot of air. When you're cutting a lot of air, you need to be turning fast because what happens is let me undo this, I'll show you what exactly happens. So it's turning now, and you're right here, and you're cutting good, and actually you got to put a little pressure this way, or if it's turning slow, when it gets right here, you're going to slide out a little bit. and then hit this. Whether you like it or not, it's really difficult. So you're holding it here, come out here, and it's going to go out just a little, and it's going to catch that. It'll do it almost every time. So therein is the dilemma, my friends. When you got that much air to turn, and you can't turn it real fast, because this bowl is never going to be in balance. It's getting better, but this is bigger than that, and it's got some moisture in it. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll come back and we'll tackle this. We'll skin this cat. Well, I'm gonna try to mess with this thing some more. It's more one of my more difficult turnings. I guess just because I hadn't messed with it very much with these high parts, I guess they're really not wings. You really got to stay away from them because they're really rough and they would just cut you like a big dog. So I got my rest I made a long time ago on here, and I'm going to try to see how it works out. I haven't found one that's working like I want to yet. So we'll whirl it up a little bit and see what happens. Trying to stay out of your way as much as possible. I could move this to the end. It would be a whole lot easier on me. I think I'll do that. I haven't used the full capacity of this lathe yet. So let me do that. I'm going to try that. Oh, Betsy. All right, this is a whole different angle of the dangle here. Actually, believe it or not, this sealer right here will buff out really nice. You can tell that it needs more because it's changing color. If it's soaked up, it won't change color much, hardly any really. So ideally, you should put this on until it doesn't soak anymore. And then sand it, you'll have a real fine, durable finish. Okay, I've got it all sanded and everything. My final finish is probably going to be spray polyurethane, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the tenon off. This is a big bowl. Anyway, found a piece of junk wood, put it in the chuck, take a piece of this kitchen shelving type stuff. Now, if I didn't tell you before, I want to drop it. You should have made that little dot in the center before you took it off. So you want to come in here to that, and we're going to bring it in. Get the banjo out of the way, and tighten it up. it's going to wobble a little. Hopefully not a whole lot. Now let's see what we got here. Shouldn't hit anything. Yeah, not too bad. Well, I want to quickly show you how I fixed this, and you guys have been following me, you know that, I don't throw nothing away. I'm going to fix it. So you can see down here, maybe down in there, I used a piece of scrap wood I had down there and painted it black and made me a pedestal, and it's glued onto the bottom. And then I took and poured epoxy with some platinum pearl in there. Isn't that a wonderful look I got out of there? And it's just going to sit there till tomorrow to get real good and hard. But I'm not going to disturb it. I've had the heat gun, and I've got all the bubbles out now, and I'm not going to mess with it. Leave it well enough alone. Maybe that's what I should have done to that tenon. I didn't realize I had that bolt that thin in the center though, but I did. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the morning. I went ahead and fixed the bottom. You saw earlier that I turned it too thin, and when I went to cut the tenon off, it blew out. Very exciting. I did find out something really interesting though. I put a piece of wood on the bottom, glued it on, make like a foot. And on the inside, I poured some black epoxy with some platinum pearl in it. Alright, here's what I'm talking about. See what the heat from the heat gun made the pearl do this, whatever this is. It made a very pretty bowl. At least I think it did. This is all in here is where I built the bark up one piece at a time. And I defy anybody to think otherwise when they see it. Here's the end product. As you saw, I had that big old blowout right there at the end, and showed you how I fixed it. I think it turned out really nice. Now it's a big bowl. I mean, it's like 14, 15 inches across, and it's fairly heavy. And of course, I've got the epoxy inside. And what I've done, I'll get here a little closer so you can see it better, providing the light's a little better. I went ahead and finished it with True Oil. See how glossy it is? That's hand finished with True Oil, and I made the foot. I went ahead and ebonized it. It's black. And the inside, I finished it out with mineral oil so it'll be food safe. But there it is, guys. If you enjoy my shenanigans and so forth, give me a like and tell your friends and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. And like I said earlier, call your mama and tell her about it too. She likes salads, I'm sure. So, hey, just keep them whirling, guys. This is the best I can do. Catch you on the rebound.